About time you scored.
You said that last week, right? You said
No,
when
it
are
wasn't me. It was him.
when are you guys gonna score? That was for you.
Thank you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Just, if you could, just describe the defensive performance tonight. I mean, that's the best offense you've seen all year, obviously. And you just really shut them down all night.
You know, that's what we try to do each and every week. We understand it's a huge challenge in this league. Go out there, you play top-notch quarterback, tight end, receivers. We try to go in and just play complementary football from offense, defense, and special teams. And, we were able to take the ball away today.
Hey, Michael, from a defensive standpoint, thinking about strategy, how much did the experience of playing the Chiefs in the past last year, how did that factor into how you prepared and played?
Well, obviously, watching those games were huge. To watch the first 4 games of them playing this year was big. But anytime you go head-to-head, it kind of brings a different element because you know what they're going to do to scheme against your defense. So, obviously watching that was the last couple games was big. But we felt like those last 2 games we could have played better. And, even today we felt like we could have played better. But, we were able to walk away with a win.
Micah, can you look at it as just the 5th game, but still also appreciate how big this win can be for you guys going forward with the head-to-head and all the other stuff that goes with it?
Yeah, I've been in this league long enough. I understand that type of stuff. Head-to-head late in the season. It's huge, but it's week 5. We're not throwing all our marbles into this game. We understand that. It's a good road win for us. Any game, any win is a huge win, and we're thankful that we got that today.
Micah, how did you guys handle the weather today?
We were in there just hanging out. We were in there just hanging out. Eating some peanut butter and jellies, oranges, listening to some music. Talking about what we got to do to get back out there and just kicking it, man. We enjoy each other's company, so it was nothing crazy. What time is it? Oh my gosh.
12:48.
When did you guys know that this game was going to be different than last year?
Throughout the week of preparation. We believe in ourselves. We believe in, in our teammates. We believe in our, just the way we go about things. Obviously last year left a bad taste in our mouth, so we wanted to come back and play well today. And, we had a great week of practice. Coach put us in position to make plays. Mike had a pick 6. Greg had a pick. Just some big plays in the game that, Saran's fumble on the kickoff. Just some big plays that we had today to keep us in the lead.
Jordan, does it feel like in some way that you guys have cleared a hurdle based on your history with this team?
Like Micah said, it's week 5. It's still early in the season. Obviously, it's a big road win for us. Did we play, that great? There's still some mistakes out there that we can learn from. And like I said, it's still early in the season. Still early.
Hey, Micah, obviously the plan was to rush him with 4, cover with 7. I think he blitzed once the whole game. And he really had. It was a rare time where he didn't have guys open tonight. So just to talk about the scheme that you guys used against him.
I'm not going to talk about the scheme.
Well, you can talk a little bit about it. Just how successful it was.
With this team, what 15's able to do, after, he dropped backs and nobody's open right away. The way he buys time is one of the best in the league. So we knew that once he did that, we had to find the receivers. Nobody really come out of coverage and just lock to the receivers. And we felt like, this week of practice, we had a really good look this week from Mitchell Trubisky.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch, that dude was dropping back and just running around. And it was on us to plaster receivers in practice. And, we had guys like Isaiah McKenzie running scout team and dudes just running all over the field. And so, man, shout out to them, man. They just did an awesome job in practice, and we knew that once we got into the game, we had to do that also.
Taron Johnson found himself across from Tyreek quite a bit in this game. But either of you guys, what did you think about the way Taron was able to play and kind of limited Tyreek?
He comes to play every week, man. Taron.
That boy got that bag.
He got the bag. So he ain't got no worries out there.
He ain't got no worries. Playing free.
Yeah. So, like I said, man, he comes to play every week. He prepares hard. He's really turned into a professional football player. Just like learning him from his rookie year to now, he's a lot smarter. He's a lot, he's grown up a lot more. He's just a dog, man. He just comes out there and he makes plays for us every single week, and we're lucky to have him on our team.
Especially with that hour extra at halftime, what was the discussion, or just maybe even mental mindset, maybe you want to talk about yourselves personally and not anything that was said, about not giving these guys any oxygen? Because they're not going to just go away.
Yeah, for sure. We knew that. We knew we were going to take some punches coming out. We had to weather the storm, literally. We were able to do that. We had some big takeaways in that second half. That's what really took it over the edge. But we knew they were going to come out and keep fighting.
Mike,
I think that was your first, Mike, I think that was your first career pick six. Just from your point of view, how did that kind of come together?
They run a shallow route. We talk about it all the time. It happens. Tips and overthrows, it happens.
Boy, living right.
And it must be living right. It must be living right because we knew once rain starts coming, those tip balls and stuff, they happen. So just trying to get to the football, was able to tip it up and get this thing going.
Does that make up for all the interceptions that you could have had, would have had throughout your?
No, it doesn't. Not at all. I still want those back too.
Okay, now what about Russo and his vertical on that interception? How impressed were you by a D lineman going up and making that?
Them boys been doing that. Yeah, you see that in practice at least twice a week. AJ did that earlier this week in practice. He did damn near the same exact play. Tipped it up, caught it to himself. So those guys, the D-line, man, they have such a good rush plan this week, and hands up was a huge thing throughout the week. And Greg was, obviously his long
giant.
His boy's big as hell. Was able to get his hand up and make a play. That was a huge play.
Yep.
I don't know what he was trying to do after he caught the ball in his hands, but I thought he was about to take it.
He just went down.
I don't know.
Just gave up.
Yeah, but big play in the game though.
Jordan, how big was the fourth down stop in the first half? From the point of view, it shows that this secondary all had to do it together. Mahomes got 5-6 seconds, whatever it was back there, like Mike said, maybe time. For you guys to stay with this group of receivers that long,
Yeah,
how impressive is that from your point of view?
and that was a man coverage too. We were in man, playing kind of a with the post safety and a little low hole safety, and guys covering. Mahomes back there, dancing around. Guys were able to keep him in the pocket, and he just made a throw over the middle. I was able to get my hand on. I have high expectations on myself, so I feel like I could have one-handed that, but we got off the field.
There were some flags against you guys, a couple that seemed like maybe you guys had some disagreements about, but was there a game plan specifically to be physical and to push those limits maybe at times?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we try to go and practice each and every week and get hands on the receivers. There wasn't some ideal calls that we felt like. Never mind. I'm gonna keep it at that. But it is what it is, and we kept battling.
KC's opening drive went 17 plays.
We know.
19.
Held them to a
It was 19, wasn't it?
19.
Yeah, we was tired.
You held them to a field goal, though. How critical was that to keep them out of the end zone on their first possession and to make them nickel and dime their way down the field like that, as opposed to giving up a big shot?
Yeah, it was huge. Obviously, when you're able to hold a team to 3 points instead of 7, that was a long drive, and to be able to hold that team in that situation at 3 points in the first drive of the game, it was big. We just got to the sideline, made some adjustments, and came back, and we just kept playing. Like you said, there were some calls that didn't go our way, but nobody blinked, nobody panicked, nobody's pointing fingers, nobody's saying, hey, you should have this or that. Guys just kept playing, man. And like Micah said, we knew we were going to take some punches, but at the end of the day, nobody blinked, and we just kept playing.